Thank you. You're welcome tonight. My name is Meda Isefal Jibo, the privileged team lead of Plan B Express. You're welcome to tonight called 2023 Financial Explosion Plan. And what exactly are we looking at? And so what should we do? Where are we starting from? Okay, I'm going to take you on a ride for the surface of the action. And I want us to be attentive and get the best for ourselves. But before I move forward, I think I would just, by privilege, to share with you that those of us who are minting the Zen, that is the token we're minting free that time. So if you're still having yours, I will advise you find a way to still get them minted. Okay, it's going to help you a lot, and if you have some means of minting it more, or you want to buy it, and so it's a risk though. So, but I want you to find a way of getting it. No, Zin, not don't worry, this coin. I quickly want to just give it to you. So you can follow up because there are a whole lot of things around it. There's some things that are still working on it, and that's going to be more explosive. And so if you can sit down and follow up, especially if you're a trader, you're a swing trader, that you will have done a lot of massive income system around the token. So we may be seeing a lot of magical, of course, movement around it and about the same. So good and fine. So I'm going straight away to what brought us here tonight or this morning, wherever you're connected from. Okay, once again, my name is Midas Efalujimo. I am the team leader of Plan B Express. You're welcome to Financial Explosion 2023 game plan. Financial Explosion 2023 game plan. It's going to be amazing, and if you pay rap attention. Okay, it's going to be amazing if you pay rap attention. So I'm here to show us through pathway to moving into great financial record of these days. So roadmap to creating sustainable wealth 2023 with Plan B Express. Okay, now welcome to Plan B special business combo. We've just discovered a way to help you build wealth and residual income with our 360 formula. So we have 360 formula now, and the 360 formula is going to be hinged on 7 legs. First is success mindset. So you must create a success mindset. I want to believe that you have been in Plan B, or you are just coming now for this presentation and all of that. We encourage you to have a success mindset. And then that will make you to acquire relevant knowledge, all right? The first thing, the success mindset, you determine to make success, you determine to really move forward. And that's why we encourage our people, never you, to feel as if someone is holding your success in their hands or someone is responsible for failure. Just have the mindset, and then you build on the relevant knowledge. And then, of course, you can't have the relevant knowledge without a proper action plan, and then working towards your risk management. Of course, we know that we're in a digital space, so everything that has to do with life is exposed to risk, then let alone when it has to do with opportunity or businesses, then when it's not connected to the internet space. So risk management is one of the effective things towards now building, when you're looking at the effective skill management. Risk management is to build, a cash flow system that's going to create an angle and then a wing of fly for you, and then you build up to level of equity. Now, the hallmark of this thing is to be able to build wealth. Building wealth, wealth is not built when it's not transgenerational. So you do not build wealth if it's not transgenerational. So you have built wealth when that is capable of being passed to the next generation, and that's what we talk about wealth. Okay, now, so we are connected to systems, okay, that can help you generate passive monthly income without you lifting your money into the hands of third parties. So we've done a lot of things, and we keep exploring day by day to see how to help people develop. We know that passive income, it's not as if it's not possible, but it's actually very cumbersome. Good news, we find a system that can help you generate. I know there is no one, no matter how wealthy you are, have a system that's going to be helping you to generate passive income without you exposing yourself or your fund into, in quote, third-party system. So you're going to be happy now. So it's just like the belief we have that the bank is secure. Well, that's a mindset anyway. And that is secure. For that, we can have our money in their hands and we will have our eyes closed. But that's actually not true. But that's just a mindset. So we've got a system for you that you do not need to be a professional. You do not need to know so much. And then you'll be able to build on it. Okay. Now, the essence of this plan is to help participants make both passive and active genuine income, okay? Yet diversified into different digital assets that will further boost their personal economy. Now, you will see in Plan B Express, we emphasize so much on personal economy, building cash flow and building a personal economy. So our personal economy strategy, because in some of the research we've done over the years, we discovered that our people are much concerned about, call it for me, corporate economy. They want to be sound, they want to be, renowned economies, renowned, accountant, renounce this, but unfortunately, their personal economy are left, with laissez-faire attitude, or what I said, not looking at it as important. So they pay more attention to be relevant in the corporate organizations, in the corporate world, but unfortunately, their personal economy are relegated to the background. So we place more emphasis on people to build their personal economy. And so the aspect we are developing, and we have got some infused system with our, system, is number one, to be able to have a kind of robust, ecosystem that will help people different dimension, but the hallmark of it is their personal economy. So number one, they will have been able to manage money and then build, a safety net with their money, and then begin to accumulate more wealth and preserve that wealth. Then, of course, we have said every wealth, whatever is not transgenerational, is not wealth. Okay, so we want group of people or persons, individual, that will be able to build on something substantial and transfer to the next generation coming. And that's when you can, boldly said, you've been able to build wealth. So unfortunately, money and wealth are not the same. So, but those are the things people miss, to each other, and then thinking that money and wealth are the same. They are not the same. Okay, money can be made, but wealth is actually built. So the question again we need to ask many of us is that, does your money actually works as hard, for you as you work for that money? We literally heard from people saying, my hard-earned money, my hard-earned money, my hard-earned money, and all of that. So that money you work so hard to get, is it actually working hard for you to make more money for you? So people place more priority on money, and instead of, making use of that money to build wealth, and so those are the things we are put together. And I know there's no one here that wouldn't want to build wealth, and there's no one here that wouldn't want to build substantial, wealth generation. If you are hearing me loud and clear, please, I want you to type 1010 on the chat box, please. Let me be sure that we are all carried along, we're following together. So please, if you are here and then you are hearing me loud and clear, so on the chat box, please, let's destroy the chat box and just 1010, and let's know that we are following together. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, now money can be made, but listen, wealth is built. Only the people with the right mindset can sustain wealth for a long time. A practical example is what is happening now, and I love what's happening in the market, both the forex market, the crypto market, the stock market. Now, the point is this. I normally say this, that the bear market is never your enemy. Neither is bull run or the bull market is your friend. Bull market is not your friend. Bull market is never your friend. Bull market set in what we call complacency, and people got carried away with the bull market without sense of responsibility. Now, the bear market is the market that really determines the people who are set out for the right mindset. So now, money was made in the bull run, but how many people sustain in the bear market? Very few. So that means much persons who are not intentional, they were only carried away by the happenings. And so with the happenings, they thought that they were making, building wealth. They actually made money. Some of them make money to buy cars. Some of them make money to build houses. Some of them, in fact, some build, their own gigantic house without commercial, way type of, estate management system. We always tell people you need to build more money generating system rather than money consuming system. So you can build a gigantic house, and as long as you don't have other cash flow system, eventually you may be tired of that house, and that's the truth. And so bull market make people to misbehave, look so stupid. They can change apartment, they can change a lot of things, they change fashion and all of that. But in bear market, they could not sustain it. That's not wealth. So money can actually be made, but wealth is built. So we are here to show you how to build wealth. So wealthy use things for wealth, but the average depends on money for survival. All right. So most people say, I just want to make money. Now you ask them, what do you do with the money you made? Nothing. So it's all about strategy. This guy is a master strategist. Okay. Sabinus is a master strategy. Now, one thing is this. A good number of people will come to tell you that I need money, but they actually do not need money because they don't even know what to do with money. So the rich, the wealthy people leverage on things. That's where I talked about this theory, use theory against dependent theory. Listen to me. When you refuse to make use of things, you will not appreciate it and you will live in regret eventually, because everything is time and season. If you fail to take the chance that when it go away, you complain that that thing was not actually good, it has come to destroy you. No, you failed to use it and you were depending on it. Everyone who depends on something outside God always get disappointed. Just get it right. Once you depend on anything outside God, you will be disappointed. The money, people, anything you depend on outside God, you must be disappointed. So every other thing are meant to be used. Money is to be used as a vehicle and is a tool to actually build wealth. So money itself is not wealth, and that's what will make people to understand. We've met people who have made a lot of money, we've said, in the bull run, but in the bear market, they're complaining. The question you ask them is that, what actually went wrong? Because they are actually full of, little or very poor strategy, as it were. So the materiality of money only exists in the mind of the poor. Listen, just like what I've just explained right now, most people, when they made money, in quotes, money, they make it in the bull run, for instance. I had to use a practical example from crypto space. People made money, right? And the next thing they think about that money is how to lackadaisically spend that money. And okay, I need to change my this, that's the materiality about money. And it only exists in the minds of the poor. Now, but the wealthy, actually, we're turning around and talked about what we call money multiplication strategy. Money made without multiplication strategy cannot generate wealth. So let's get that clear. So presenting Plan B special business combo. What does it entail? Please take note of these 4 angles of this business combo. Number 1, we present to you opportunity for decentralized passive income. We have connected to a system that can generate you 20 to 35% monthly income. Please, without lifting your hand, please, without taking your money to any hand of third party, without knowing any professional thing about the financial market, not the stock market, not the forex market, not the crypto market. You do not need to know anything about that. All you need is to be teachable, just be put through basic on setup, all right? And then you watch it. And so this is a system that will promise you daily income. No. At the end of the month, you can say, give and take. And I told a friend, I said, if you have a system that can add value to your money, not at least 10% in a month, and is sustainable, I think it's worth it. But the good news is you have a system that's conservative, and then you do not take your money out of your custody, not to Felix, not to anyone who probably must have invited you, but be in charge of your money. The truth of the matter is that why do we call it decentralized? Because you do not have a time frame. Excuse me. You do not have a time frame of picking out the money. If you want to pick out the money, even when you start your business, you can pick out the money. There is no specific period of like, okay, maybe you have $10,000 in your portfolio or your equity, and then you are in need of $1,000 at any point in time. There is no limitation to what time you should pick out the money, and there is no limitation to whatever you pick out if it's not returned. So there is no lock-in time, there's no lockout. All of those things are not there. So I think nobody should be in this meeting without being part of this, because those of us who are actively involved in the crypto, in trading and all of that, we love a cash flow system that can be sustainable and giving us additional income. Then number two, we have the career trader income, okay? We said you can record about 2,000 to 5,000% in a year, okay? Now, why do we say this? Okay, why do we say this? Because we've discovered that people come to tell you that they trade either crypto or forex or stock, and they will tell you, I want to do 100% in a month, I want to do 200% in a month, and all of that. That's actually not trading, though. Sometimes, if you gallop trade, it's a gambling. But if you are strategic and continually accumulating and now having compound interest of your trading strategy, that is when you become passionate and more professional in your trading. So what the good news? The good news is that in this segment, of course, we have somebody, about two people, fantastic. You'll be hearing nice voice who will just give us some highlights of course, if you make your mind to be part of it. So after this interaction, we're going to have a segment immediately, those people who want to be part, or those of you who are already part of some of those systems, so that we don't bother you. When we're done, you're not interested, you just say, okay, thank you, then you take a leave. But for those people who want to stay to really benefit from this, what we have highlighted, we stay, and then we have people who will share with us, how do I, take all of those things. So career trader income, of course, we have set up a strategy to work on people who want to be a full-time trader, and do 90 days basic work with them, which was the kind of, a marathon 90 days challenge. And of course, it's not a kind of hassle for people that's going to be so difficult for you to go along with. Okay, so with that, then we have project diversification income. Okay, project diversification income is going to help you a lot, that you can leverage, all right, and build up more in the different projects will be shown to you, because we have said you are building with. Then the last is the leverage residual affiliate income. Of course, we have some of the system that you can build affiliate around. I talked about connected economy. Most of us, we have it wrong because we do not understand connected economy. And when somebody tell you, in fact, I had a friend we're introducing something to the other time, or they said, I don't have time to talk to people. I did not need to bother to ask you that you know how to do that. I just knew that the worst ignorance of him is to reject what he knows nothing about from afar. And funny enough, somebody was on our forum the other day, and he told me, I think there was a conversation, it was yesterday or something, and he quickly said, oh, you are not a good marketer. If I want to hire you to be my marketer, I don't think I can hire you because you do not possess the quality and all of that. And I was just smiling inside me. I said, well, all glory to God, Why? If you do really understand the importance of connected economy, then you will have called Dangote at his 67 years old, when his total worth was about $12 billion. And you look at Mark Zuckerberg when he was 33 years old, and his total was $6 billion. And the difference is the industry is this: there's somebody in the connected economy and there was somebody in the industrial economy. So the difference is this: if you understand the power of connected economy, you will love to understand even deeper and deeper leverage system, okay? Now, the decentralized passive income, how does it actually work? We've got a tool that help you generate 20 to 35% hands-free income and you will be in charge of your money. This is not a Ponzi hype. Somebody is going to put us through immediately after my opening space, and then we get it very, very okay, and how it does really work and what it requires for you to get started with it. But you need to know, failure is a man-made circumstances. It is never real until accepted by man as permanent. Now, I love using what I do as an example. I normally tell friends when we the crypto space and the Forex, and I tell you, see, crypto, there's no permanent loss until you accept it. And how a trader who bought Bitcoin at $5,000 in 2019, all right, in 2019, and at the bull run in 2021, got to $68,000. If it does not sell, there was no profit recorded, but there was profit shown. That's why when you trade, maybe you're in future, you see unrealized P&L to tell you that, yeah, this profit is there, but you didn't take it, so it was not accepted. Then the same thing, the market come down, we're in the bear market, possibly maybe before, maybe by January next year or so, maybe we can go to $9,000 possible. You know, if we do that and you get angry and afraid and you sell off everything, that's when you accepted that, okay, it's going to be permanent with you. And of course, some people have lost money in the process and crypto and all of that. They said, no, crypto is a scam. I don't want to do anything with it. That's what they accepted, and it become permanent with them. So everything you have, you see, is circumstances you create by yourself, and it comes from your mind. All right. So we guide you through basic crypto. That's the second thing, the career trader. So we guide you basic crypto and FX personal trading that can further give you good winning rate of at least 2,000 to 5,000% portfolio growth per annum. It's very possible if you are obedient and you are willing to follow, okay, with our best selected tools. We have those tools until those people who are ready to really make up their mind to get started. We're not joking here, please. We're not joking. We're not hyping anything. We're not marketing you. We only want to share with you, and you want to take it, and then we can lead you by our hands and then take you to the next level. All right. So both success and failure are a result of what we do occasionally or always. Like for me, I don't know where I will go outside the digital space. Even though I run some other businesses, I love conventional businesses, especially agriculture and real estate, for instance. But that's not what I do as, as per income generation. That's what I love to do. It becomes like a hobby. And then I could now understand if I build anything or if I buy any land, I was not going to be in a haste of like, I want to send that land out to make money. No, it could be for my children. It could be for the next generation, as it were. So, but the funnest thing is this. What do you do in the digital space? People complain like in the bear market. I can tell you, broadly speaking, yesterday, in 1 week, on a particular coin we call very funny coins, say meme coin, shit coin, and all of that, you would not imagine that in 1 week, without doing any too much typical technical analysis, just sentiment and fundamental, just hype around it, or we call it pumpamental, and we could do 2,000% in 1 week on that same coin. Can you imagine? In a bear market, you're doing portfolio of 2,000% in 1 week. And in 1 day, 380% in 1 day without doing any technical analysis. Why? Success and failure are a result of what we do occasionally or always. So what to do occasionally, of course, will not fetch you to me that do always. So it all depends on which side you pick from, okay? So the next is the project's diversification income. Now get it. We got good asset projects that you can accumulate and record. Listen, and record at least 50 to 300% asset growth per annum. So we spread tentacles to good low gems. Now listen, when we talk about asset growth, it's different from price appreciation, all right? For instance, if you have 1 Bitcoin, we're telling you that it's possible strategically with the way we show you in diversification to different projects that you can do, if you have 2 Bitcoin, for instance, there's a way we are able to help you to take that Bitcoin to have additional 50% of that 2 Bitcoin, which means you can grow additional 1 Bitcoin, making your Bitcoin at the end of the year to up to 3 Bitcoin. And so if the price of Bitcoin go by 500% growth, then that means your 3 Bitcoin have price appreciation of 300%, which is not part of the asset growth you have recorded, okay? Now, but for you to go, you must understand, this man says something very importantly. He said, we've lost millions. That's why we are billionaires. $10 is a person. And you know why? You cannot put your eye on billions and you are afraid of losing millions. That's the truth. That's the truth. You cannot make billions when you are scared of losing millions. And I will tell you, truly speaking, you will not make billions if you lose millions and you complain. And I will tell you, you will not make thousands when you lose hundreds and you run away. And you will not make millions when you lose thousands and you start complaining, or you start blaming your friend who share opportunity with you. And that's just the old ideology. So we're not here to brainwash anyone. We want to take people who are ready, making their mind up to do the right thing and get the best result for themselves, okay? So money is not the amount of, you have in your bank, but the amount of leverage and system you are plugged into. I conclude by saying this on this aspect, that you are not wealthy if you spend money on everything you need. You are not wealthy if you spend money on everything you need. That's where you understand the power of leverage. Then lastly, we talk about leverage residual affiliate income. So we work together in a connected economy to build good residual income for effective money multiplication via the word of mouth system. Listen, I normally tell friends, I don't market people, I share opportunity with people. And I've given reasons, testimonies have abound, the reason why we always want to share, because I wouldn't hear some opportunity and then somebody is going to be speaking to us, after the next person and all of that, where I got to see an opportunity and I took advantage of it. And I result for many years in my life that people who know you, of course, may not take you seriously. And because more productive people and friends I've had that we have done good businesses together, we actually met online. And people who are very close and know one-on-one, possibly, we've not done business productively. That's to tell you that we have more productive population in another country called the virtual country. Somebody was asking a question in the just concluded training that was held in the morning hour, and they were like, what's the economic importance of a particular coin? And that because if it's Naira now, it's used in a particular country and all of that. And I will tell you, I say, okay, what you do not understand is this money you're talking about is being used in a larger country than even the one you refer to. Why? The internet came as a free land and nobody understood what to do with it. And some people did some things on it. And then the next internet came, which is the blockchain, and became a land, and everybody started building. So anyone can build anything on the blockchain now. And somebody built the skyscraper, somebody built a castle and all of that. I said, so we cannot exhaust it. The only thing is that we just need to know what exactly we're building on it. And I think we saw the record about Tesla, not only automobile now, to build a mobile phone. And so many functions on that mobile phone, we will surprise you of where are we going to actually. So the most important thing is that life, everything that comes your way, is to be used for your benefit and regenerate wealth so that tomorrow you will not regret that you come across. So you're welcome to abundance. And now the question I'm going to ask you is a decision point. The next, listen to me. I know many of us will be attentive and your time if really worth what you have come and you listen, I'm sure value was gotten. But the point is this, we're going to go to the decision point because we don't want to bore you with what those tools we carry, because we can unveil tools that are not useful for some persons. So we're going to get to decision point. You make up your mind and you want to be part of these things we have highlighted to you, then you stay. Then if you are not making up your mind, possibly you still come from the place like the man who spoke to me in the morning time in the training, and then he told me about the government, about the country in Nigeria. And I told them, I said, well, no, we work on the currency that the system, the ecosystem, the country themselves determine the worth of the money. I said, but if you are with Nigeria or any country in the world, for instance, not only Nigeria, you have to work for money, but you don't determine the value of the money you work for. And so those are the two different things. And that's why we're having a look ahead where you are coming from a place where you work for money, but you do not really know what determines the value of what you work for. Imagine you work for your money and you are not the one to say, this is my money and this is what it's worth. It's whatever the government tells you that it's worth, you agree. And then the inflation comes to set in with your money, you have to manage it that way upon your effort and energy. So in this case, we want people to understand what they are working for is building the wealth on their own and determine the value of the wealth they are actually building. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a decision point. How many are ready, okay, for the business combo? And the business combo entails 4 things, which I've explained. We said, number one, the passive income tool, we have it. And the minimum equity we want you to start with there is $700. Now, there are cases of some persons, maybe they are students and all of that, do not have money. This minimum, I do not like to always quote minimum. But the point is that if you start with minimum, that's your job, that's your joy, and that's what you can do. But the most important aspect, again, is this. You can start with as much money as you wanted, but the tool requires you to at least, pay a service charge of an amount. And so the minimum you can wrap up with is $700. Of course, I'm not going to detail about that. It's where we go forward. And number of people who are ready to go with those things are going to be explained to. Next is the career trader. Okay, career traders, we have tools and the equity at least minimum of $300 because, and at first, thank God, we're going to be using 2 major things and 2 major markets, the forex market and the crypto market, okay? And then you're going to have guidance for the 90 days challenge that will show you, and then you engage in those 2. Of course, listen to me. These 4 aspects of this combo, it's not compulsory you take everything, okay? But it will have done you a better good deal if you take everything. But if you cannot, but we always want, no matter how bad it is for you, you should be able to take the first one. And then no matter how bad it is for you, if you understand what you are doing, once you have taken the first one, you can as well go for the third one and go for the fourth one. Now, why do I omit the second one? The second one is a personal decision because you are required to put in certain, energy to learn and continue to learn and then be able to apply those things that are given to you. That may follow later if you are the type that are not like us, but we love to take everything. But if you do not have capacity to take everything, you say, okay, let me take the first one. Why? It requires me just little amount of $700. And then that's minimum. Later I can add more money if I do not have enough money right now. Then if I have enough money, I will advise to do minimum of $5,200 there. Now listen, this money is not going to be given to Felix, neither is it going to be given to anyone who invited you. This money will be in your custody. We're only going to direct you and the two to apply to combine all of those things so that tomorrow you don't come and ask me, Felix, my money I sent to your bank account, I don't take people. Then the project diversification, you probably may not have money to start from as low as $2,000, but you can start with any amount possibly. But I always tell people, if you are serious with what you are doing, then you have to be focused on doing it very well. Then the leverage principle affiliate is free tools, and then it's all for us to put you through, but you must have a teachable spirit. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I'm going to opt out of the message, but the point is that I need to see how many people are actually good to go for all those things we have listed, even worst case scenario, the first one. Now, if you are ready, and I mean what I'm talking about, I know some of you have been part of some of those tools we mentioned. If you have been on our forum and you have started with us on some of those things we're doing, of course, you stay. Then if you are ready for the tool, please, if you are ready for the tool, because we're going to be asking questions, and then we're going to be directing you to who to meet, probably who invited you and all of that, then please, we are not here for joke. We are here for serious business. If you are ready for all what we have listed, I want you to type 222 on the chat box, please, very fast. If you're ready for what we have explained to you on this business combo, please type 222 on the chat box very fast. I'm waiting, counting down to 1 to 10. Once that, so I'm going to invite somebody in our midst, a passionate and professional person in our midst, who will show us how to set up all of those things. And I have a wonderful person. I just hope Mr. Yemisi is in the house. If you are, just signal me. And because after this person will take us on how it works, how we're going to take it. Okay, thank you, Mike. So he's in. So please now, okay, I'm seeing some hands. So I'm counting 1, I'm counting 2, I'm counting 3. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if I do not see a reasonable, convincing number, we will stop this meeting right now. If we do not see reasonable number, I'm not joking, and I don't need jokers, please. If I do not see reasonable numbers, we will stop this meeting right now. So I want to see a reasonable number, okay? If the number is not convincing enough, okay, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 out of 46 people, that's not reasonable. Okay, that's not reasonable. Yeah, that's not reasonable. I want a reasonable number. So 5, I want a reasonable number. 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So I'm going to count out of 46. So I'm going back now to count. If we do not have up to 20, we stop this meeting, okay? Okay, so this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Good number. Bravo, you guys are fast, you are good. Now, please, we are not joking. If you have type 222, right, and we start unveiling, because I'm going to stop the recording and then take the record for our next person that's going to come. Is going to take very fast for us to show us the tool and how the tool is going to work for us for only serious-minded people, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, before, because we have 2 segments of this, the tool and then the trader aspect, which I'm going to call the next person to who take it with us. So, ladies and gentlemen,